Have you ever wondered about the very beginning of humanity, the origin story that has captivated people for millennia? Today, we re-diving deep into one of the most foundational stories ever told. The story of Adam and Eve. Let's journey back to the dawn of creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, a masterpiece of light, water, land, and life. But his creation wasn't yet complete. He then formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man, Adam, became a living soul. God placed Adam in a breathtaking paradise, the Garden of Eden. It was a place of perfect beauty, filled with every kind of tree that was pleasing to the eye and good for food. Rivers flowed through the garden, and everything was in perfect harmony. God gave Adam the task of tending to the garden, a joyful responsibility in this perfect world. Amidst this paradise, God gave Adam one single instruction. He said, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat from it, you will certainly die." It was a simple rule in a world of abundance, a test of trust and obedience. But God saw that Adam was alone. He said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." So God brought all the animals he had created to Adam, and Adam gave them their names. Yet, among all these wonderful creatures, there was no suitable partner for him. So God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam while he was sleeping. God took one of Adam's ribs and then closed up the place with flesh. From that rib, God made a woman and brought her to the man. When Adam woke up and saw her, he exclaimed, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man." And so Eve, the first woman, was created. Together, they were the first family, living in perfect innocence and harmony with God in the Garden of Eden. But their perfect life was about to be challenged. A cunning serpent, more crafty than any of the wild animals, approached Eve. The serpent questioned God's command, twisting his words and planting a seed of doubt. Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree in the garden"? He hissed. Eve corrected the serpent, but was already engaged in a dangerous conversation. The serpent then made a deceptive promise. "You will not certainly die. For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." The temptation was powerful. The fruit looked good, and the promise of wisdom was alluring. Eve took the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband, Adam, who was with her, and he also ate. In that moment, everything changed. Their eyes were opened, and for the first time they felt shame and realized they were naked. They tried to cover themselves with fig leaves, their innocence lost forever. When they heard the sound of God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, they hid. Their perfect relationship with their Creator was broken by fear. God called out, "Where are you?" He knew where they were, but he wanted them to confess. Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. Because of their disobedience, there were consequences. The serpent was cursed, Eve would experience pain in childbirth, and Adam would have to toil and sweat to get food from the ground. And most tragically, they were banished from the Garden of Eden, cut off from the tree of life and their perfect communion with God. This story, though ancient, echoes through our own lives. It speaks of innocence, temptation, the consequences of our choices, and the profound human longing for a restored relationship with our Creator. It's the beginning of a much larger story of redemption that unfolds throughout the rest of the Bible. Thanks for joining us on this journey back to the beginning. If you found this story meaningful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the timeless stories of the Bible. See you next time.